I am sometimes flabbergasted by the simplistic manner with which supposed learned people try to talk about a war that has cost the lives of thousands of people. I'm flabbergasted. And you can see the propaganda nature of such articulation and the disservice that they do to an entire generation. Death in war is as a consequence of the subject matter which war tries to resolve. War is a method of conflict resolution. The conflict between Ambazonia and Cameroun is that of occupation. Cameroun had a chance to choose dialogue from within as a method of resolving the conflict, or choose negotiations that are internationally facilitated. Cameroun single-handedly chose war as a method of conflict resolution. Violence is its only instrument. I'm not talking simply against Ambazonians, against its own people. It does not believe in applying simple, costless method in resolving simple, inconsequential issues like legal system, education system, whether it's school fees in universities. It shoots students point blank, it locks them up, it dismisses them from university. It has the arrogance that I have never ever seen in the 21st century. And then instead of journalists sitting and trying to talk about, or panelists, why there is killing, they are going around picking about a guy they call a mayor in Ambazonia. Who elected him? Is there a mayor in Ambazonia? Is there even a president in Cameroon? You're talking about gangs, members in a cartel, criminal cartel that have bankrupted an entire state, looted treasuries, murdered hundreds of thousands of people. And then you are talking about a guy who now, after having faced the music in Bamenda, recognizes that there are zones in Bamenda. You cannot identify the hundreds of thousands that La Republic has murdered, disappeared. You see, we have one life. One. You play with it at your own risk. As the gentleman said, if you want to provoke a people, because he only wants to use normalization as a way of winning a war it has lost. So you want to walk into our cities, the same cities that flows with the blood of patriots that you've murdered, to showcase that there is normalization. Do so at your own risk. You may escape our dragnet one time, but we will search and sort you out. Ambazonia is a no-go zone. It is not your platform. It is not your Nollywood, it's not your Hollywood, it is not a place where you act. It is where we fight and die, or we will fight and survive. So let all of these people know that they can decide from Mondays till Sunday to change the narrative of why there is war. They can try to coerce shop owners to open their shops. They can decide to recruit military people, buy them hundreds of bikes to show that they can undermine ghost towns. They can do as the colonial SDO in Bamenda has just done a few moments ago, to ban bike riders from riding through certain streets. You are making a mockery of yourself. I refer all of you to October 1, 2023. Look at the number of men who paraded openly with arms and in uniform, and ask yourself if 5,000 poorly armed Cameroon thugs underpaid with no cause can defeat these people with a bankrupted state. They must know that we are at this level using only 2% of our ability. They cannot still fight us. They cannot defeat us. We have opened schools. We are running municipalities. We dictate whether potholes are filled or they are not filled. We decide when people go out and they don't go out. And you still call yourself that you are in charge. You are making a fool of yourself. If your neighbor's husband is the one in charge of your home, decide whether your children go to school, whether they don't go to school, what dress your wife wears, and you still foolishly sit in your home and call yourself a husband, God punish you 100 times. God punish Cameroon till the end of times for the pain that you've caused to my people. And we will haunt you. I regret when I took over your embassy in Bonn, I did not wipe you all out inside that embassy. You see the soldier that fell in Mbegwe Road. We are monitoring you. You annex. You cannot kill all Amazonian men. You saw the mothers that were digging graves. Women will grow up to dig graves. The children whose fathers you've murdered will grow up to fight you. You are joking with us. You think that we are running around and you call us all sort of names. You think that you've used the arrogance for the past 60 years to impose a pernicious system over us. 7 years has not taught you a lesson. You met us in Canada. We taught you a lesson on the table. We dictated the terms you sign. Any way you meet us in the battlefield, whether it's that of diplomacy, negotiation, whatever, communication, media, whatsoever, we will flatten La République down. I can promise you, for the next 200 years, you will not survive Amazonia. Amazonia has risen. All those house slaves that you can make your miserable living through perpetuating an illegal system that has given you nothing but pain. Remember, there was more punitive slavery. Blacks survived it. There was apartheid in South Africa. Blacks survived it. There has been systems of curtailment and discrimination, more institutionalized and brutal. We rose up against those systems. It is not this bankrupted state that is recruiting from amongst us beggars and looters and marauders, spies, to do their bidding, that will stop this generation from being free. Nothing will stop us.